Oh boy, how long is this losing streak going to last, folks? Flyers are now on another 2-game losing streak. They lose the home and home to the Detroit Red Wings this afternoon. A weird 12 o'clock start today by a score of 4-2. And the Flyers, I guess I could say they played better than Wednesday. They definitely did. I feel like they kind of deserved a better outcome. They almost got shut out by a goaltender who has not played in over a month in Thomas Greiss. I think they said, January 8th or 9th was the last game he played. And, they made him look like Andrei Vasilevsky out there. That's how much the Flyers struggled to score. And I guess you could just also give credit to Greiss for how good he played in today's game. But at the end of the day, a loss is a loss. And there's only so many positives you can take out of this just because that's how bad the Flyers are. Because bad teams find ways to lose games. And this is one of those. Even when the Flyers play a pretty decent game, they still find a way to lose. That's just basically the bottom line of this entire scenario. They're not a good team. We all know this. So I guess the other summary is, how long is this losing streak going to last? We'll just find that out. Because honestly, with the upcoming stretch, it could be a little bit until we see the next win for the Flyers. So before we get into everything with this game today, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to TTP Sports. And the most important thing you can do is hit that subscribe button. I will greatly appreciate that. So if you are a new viewer to the channel looking for all your latest Philadelphia sports news, recaps, and events, this is the place to be, depending on the outcome, great or miserable, depending on that outcome. Also, if you're a current viewer of the channel, I'm grateful for you being here that long and looking to continue that down the road. And if you're looking for any tickets, any upcoming sporting event, concert, whatever you can think of, use the code TTPSPORTS down below for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. So that could be hockey, basketball, not the Super Bowl because that crap's expensive, but hey, when NFL comes back, baseball, whenever the hell that decides to come back, concerts, whatever you can think of, the $20 basically takes away all the fees. So it's a free $20 in your pocket. You can use that at the arena, to get yourself a little beverage, a little snack, food, whatever you can think of. Can't turn that down. Use the code TTPSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek today. So Flyers lose 4-2 to the Detroit Red Wings. Like I said, it's a weird time. 12 o'clock game just felt weird on a Saturday, but hey, I guess you could just say, got it out of the way at this point. I guess that's the important thing in this standpoint. It is. But, yeah, Flyers, I thought they played a decent game, but still, bad teams find ways to lose, and that's basically what happened here. The Flyers, they looked like the better team, but early on, Detroit gets a goal as it's Tyler Bertuzzi, Robbie Fabry just continuing his dominance from the Wednesday game against Detroit, with the Flyers in Detroit, and he finds Bertuzzi wide open, backdoor. Carter Hart had no chance to stop this, makes it a 1-0 Detroit lead. Flyers have a plethora of chances throughout this period as well. The Flyers completely outshot Detroit in today's game, so that basically showed you how sided the game was, but Detroit was also able to score off of the few chances that they did get in this game. There was a little bit of momentum shifts throughout this game, of course, but there were, Flyers, I would say they were the better team in the first period, but still they were down 1-0. Detroit, they had their chances in the second, but the Flyers had the same things as well. And then basically so on and so forth. So after the first period, you go down 1-0, and you go into the second period. Then you're down 2-0. And this is basically after a plethora of chances on the power play for the Flyers, as Thomas Greiss completely just robs JVR. JVR just down low doing his thing, the thing that he's barely done this year in front of the net, and he gets robbed. He tries to put a top shelf past Greiss, but then Greiss just making a plethora of saves down low, and then when JVR tries to elevate the shot, Greiss lifts his leg, looking like Dominic Hasek out there, taking the puck away, preventing it from going into the net, and then eventually when that power play ends, the play goes down the ice. Their Flyers had a plethora of chances even before this. Sanheim had a couple of chances. Then the puck goes all the way down the other way. And then it turns them to Filip Zadina scoring a goal, making it 2-0. There was a little bit of a screen in front of Carter Hart as well. I believe that was when Larkin and also Drew were in front of Hart. So you could say this is a goal that maybe Carter Hart would want back, but you also have the screen factor in there. And also you would hope that the team that got all the chances on the other side of the ice would have at least potted one home. with all the chances that they got. Come on, boys. Like, seriously, help your goaltender out. That's probably what Carhartt's feeling at this point. Just help me out, boys. Score a goal. That's basically what it is. But the Flyers, they get a very late power play in this first period, in the second period, actually, and they actually score. I thought they were going to get shut out because that was just the way it was going tonight. Today, actually. I keep saying tonight. And it's today. Like, you could see somewhat of the sun here. I'm trying to block out the sun as best as I can. Why am I saying tonight? God damn, I'm stupid. But still, power play chance, second unit out there. Keith Yandel actually gets a goal. His first goal in a Flyers uniform. How long has it been? Signed at the beginning of the season, so you got October. Well, it's been at least 4 or 5 months since he's been in a Flyers uniform, and he finally gets his first goal of the season. Oh boy. Becomes a 2-1 game, so the Flyers got the lead in half going into the intermission. Go into the third period. You still got a plethora of chances, and you still can't pot one home. Gets annoying. Kind of getting really annoying at this point. The Flyers, not as many power plays as they had in the Wednesday game, but they still had their good amount of power plays in this game. They did score on one of those, and the Flyers, they got a power play in each period. They weren't able to score on the earlier one, so then, yeah. And the Flyers took a couple of penalties later in the third period as well. And one of those penalties that they took ended up being a goal for Detroit to make it 3-1, as it's Moritz Seider once again showing how much of a stud he is. And you know what the assists are from? Larkin and Lucas Raymond. Lucas Raymond, the other stud on this team. Oh boy. Seider is so good to watch. I am so jealous that Detroit has him. My God. He is good. He is, oh my goodness. Oh, I can't believe. Like, this is his first year in the NHL. I can't wait to see this kid grow. He's going to be very fun to watch. And Detroit fans, you have yourself a prize right there in Seider and Raymond. You're going to be having fun watching those guys for a while. So Detroit makes it 3-1. After the power play, Lawton scores, makes it 3-2. But actually, right before the Lawton goal, there was a scary situation because right after Detroit scored, Jerry Mayhew actually gets a chance going up the ice, driving the net, and he kind of does get tripped by Thomas Greiss, and he falls into the boards, and then he comes up bleeding a lot. There was a lot of blood gushing on the ice, and as you can see from the replay, it kind of looks like, because you could see the cut going along his face, like right here, like right on his nose and right under his eyeball. And it looked like the face mask probably, as he was going, because he went face first into the boards, it kind of looked like the face mask probably cut him, most likely. That was probably the only thing that probably could have cut him in that standpoint, but still, goes face first into the boards. The face mask on his helmet cuts him, and he's gushing blood all over the place. So hopefully he is okay there, most likely getting a lot of stitches done in there. So he did not return to the game. And then the Flyers score really directly right after that. Konechny puts a shot on Greiss. The puck trickles by him onto the post, and Scott Lawton manages to bury home the loose change, making it a 3-2 game. Konechny does get a chance later in this period as well. Greiss gets a save as a little bit of a 2-0 with him in JVR, but nothing happens there. And then the Flyers decide to pull the goaltender with so many minutes left. Cam Atkinson, he did have a chance to bury one. He definitely did. Claude Giroux doing his, typical, bank pass off of the backboards to the guy net front, and Cam Atkinson, for some reason, I guess he decided to pass this puck, or he just couldn't corral it or anything like that, and he was not able to pot one home. He had a wide open net, and then eventually the puck goes down the other way. It's Rasmussen burying it into the empty net, makes it 4-2. The Flyers try to pull the goaltender once again, but nothing really happens in that standpoint, and the game ends. And the Flyers lose 4-2. 3 stars of this game. Moritz Seider gets first star, no surprise there. Thomas Greiss gets second star, no surprise there. And Keith Yandel gets third star for the Flyers. Stats in this game: shots on goal 34-23 in favor of Philadelphia. Detroit dominated in the face-off circle, 53.2%. Both teams get a power play goal in this game. Flyers go 1 for 3, while Detroit goes 1 for 2. Physical game, 21 hits to 19 in favor of Detroit. Shot totals per period, 13-9 in the first in favor of the Flyers, 15-10 in the second in favor of the Flyers, and 6-4 in the third in favor of the Flyers. So I guess that can kind of show the Flyers did play a lot better in this game, but still it doesn't matter at that point because bad teams find ways to lose games. There you go. There you go. There. 2-game losing streak for the Flyers. Their record right now, it is 15, 24, and 8. Still 38 points on the season. And as we look at the Metropolitan Division standings, just to see where the Flyers place there, if I can press the division button, the Flyers are now by themselves in last place in the Metropolitan Division. They're 1 point behind the New Jersey Devils, who have 39. The Flyers have 38. And in terms of the entire league, the Flyers are the 6th worst team in the NHL, placing 27th. The teams ahead of them, Ottawa, Buffalo, Seattle, Arizona, and Montreal. And the separation between Flyers and Ottawa, Buffalo, Seattle is only 2 points. So, say if Buffalo, Ottawa, and Seattle, they get a couple of wins under their belts, and the Flyers continue to lose, the Flyers could be the 3rd worst team in the National Hockey League. That's how close it is. It really is. And also with this game as well, no surprise, Derek Brassard, who played Wednesday, doesn't play today. Rasmus Ristolainen got injured. I think he was banged up in the Wednesday game, and they said that, and he didn't practice the other day, so he didn't play today. So the Flyers are missing a good couple of people, and also, Sean Couturier out for the rest of the season, got back surgery. So I know a lot of people are complaining about that, especially with his contract kicking in next year. I think his average value is $7.75 million. I know at that point it's really frustration built up. I'm not sure. I don't think it's anything to do with like Sean Couturier hate or anything like that. It's just really basically concerning just because his contract kicks in next year. Now he's getting major back surgery, and it's not guaranteed that it's gonna he's gonna be back 100%, or it's not guaranteed that he's not gonna be back at 100%. So there's you can get a positive from a back surgery and he'll feel 10 times better going into next year. And then you go into next season and there's also a chance where he can feel 10 times worse and he's not the same player that he used to be. So there's so many chances or scenarios that goes into, this surgery for Sean Couturier. And the same thing Chuck Fletcher brought up yesterday as well with guys like Ryan Ellis. They're still discussing whether the possibility he needs surgery or not. Like, they're still going through all the options, so you're probably not going to find anything out within the next maybe 1 to 2, 3 weeks or something like that with Ryan Ellis. And the same thing for Kevin Hayes. There's a possibility that he needs a 4th surgery. Like seriously, Kevin Hayes just can't catch a break. And then basically that brings up the question, the medical staff. With all these guys that are coming in and out of the lineup, constantly coming back then, getting re-injured, there is a huge question mark with the medical staff and the huge issue with that, with how these guys are either getting rushed back or there's just something completely wrong with how they're rehabbing these guys. It's a major issue at this point to where they just can't figure out what the hell is wrong with these players. It's becoming a major problem. So, that blank check Dave Scott was talking about, maybe that blank check can use to basically reshape the entire medical staff, because that's definitely needed at this point. It's ridiculous how many guys are either getting rushed back, they come back into the game, and then they're out the next night, and they're out for freaking 3-5 weeks at that point, or months. It's ridiculous. I feel bad for these guys. I feel bad for Couturier. I feel bad for Kevin Hayes. The guy just can't catch a break. I feel bad for Ryan Ellis because he's only played 4 games this year. He really hasn't been able to do anything. The same thing for Derek Brassard. He hasn't been in the line. I feel bad for these guys. They just can't catch a break. Well, the guys that are getting injured, they can't catch a break. I don't feel bad for the team. I don't. Because they put themselves in this mess to begin with. So, as frustrating as it is, it's reality. And who knows what the hell is going to happen as you get towards the trade deadline and get towards, everything else that goes towards the end of the season. It's a frustrating time right now, and I don't see any bright spots. I really don't. Because now you got Cam York, Morgan Foster down with Lehigh Valley, and joy, Cam York got injured, I think, in that first game with Lehigh Valley. So, hopefully nothing bad happens there. Hopefully it's not terrible. Because knowing with this team, it's always the worst case scenario. So with Sean Couturier, I think they're saying he's expected at least 3-4 months of recovery time. So right now it's February, so that 3-month span would probably get him towards May and June. So he would most likely have an entire full off season just to heal up, then get back into game shape. They are expecting him to be 100% when he comes back for training camp next year. So 3-month time span will put him around May most likely, and he'll have basically an entire offseason to train and get better for next season. And the same thing for Ryan Ellis and Kevin Hayes. If these guys just need surgery, let them get it now. These guys do not need to play the rest of the year. They just don't. You don't need to risk anything with Kevin Hayes, anything getting worse. The same thing with Ryan Ellis, because you have no idea what the fuck's wrong with him. My honest opinion, I think it's a groin issue. I really feel like that's the entire thing that's wrong with him. So if he needs surgery, let him get the surgery so he can be better for next year. So we can heal now. You don't have to wait. It takes any way from the offseason. Do it now. No point of these guys playing the rest of the season because you are not making the playoffs. Put that dream out of your goddamn minds. Let these guys get surgery if they need it. Let them heal for next year. And then do your crap at the trade deadline. That's where I'm leaving it at that. So, what are your thoughts on this game, everyone? What are your thoughts on all the injury situation with the Flyers? I definitely want to hear all your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below, so don't forget to leave those down there. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. Don't forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I'm a part of. The links are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out the links to BrodesMedia, the Flyer.pod merch website, and also Flyers Nitty Gritty. All that good stuff is down in the description below. Don't forget to check those out. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the most important thing you can do is hit that sub button and also use the code TTPSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. And I will see you next time.